Hey guys, it's Shannon and today I'm going to be doing a full face of Revolution Pro. So I haven't done this sort of video for a while now, well over a month and a half. Let's just see how many times I messed this up. And I haven't filmed anything like this with my camera over my phone. So let's start with primer, shall we? So every now and then I can hear this clicking, and I heard it in my last video too, so if you can hear it, I'm really sorry. I'm not entirely sure what the clicking is. Anyway, so I'm going to be using the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Primer. Which looks like this. It's got a pump, which obviously is very good. So I'm just going to take a brush and pump. Maybe 2 pumps onto here, so it is white as it is in the jar. It is scented. I can't figure out what the scent is though. It's almost perfumey, but not quite. It's like a perfumey floral kind of scent. Go with that, shall we? Let's just go with that. That works for me. Okay, so that is the primer. It went on really easy. My skin now feels really soft, and it's left my skin a little bit sticky, but not excessively sticky. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Revolution Pro Foundation Drops in the shade F1. This actually might be too light for me. If it is, I'm going to switch to the full cover camouflage foundation. But we will see. So I'm just going to be using a brush to apply this stuff. I've had this primer for quite a while, I've had this foundation for quite a while, but I've never used it. So this is also a first impression of not only some of the new products that you saw in my haul video, but of this foundation too. Don't know why I never used it. Just didn't get around to it. 110% that's the wrong shade. For me at the minute anyway, just because my tan is still fading from after summer, because summer's pretty much over now, especially for Britain. Oh, if I keep looking over here, it's because I'm actually uploading the haul video right now while I'm filming this. So did you guys enter my giveaway? I want to know. This will probably be the next video up after that video, so you've probably still got time to enter. But if you're gonna enter, leave the comment on that video, not here, because that is the only video that I've included in for the entries for the giveaway. I don't know how I feel about this. Aside from the fact it's the wrong shade for me, it's settled into the fine lines on my forehead, which isn't really great because I'm a very expressive person with my facial region. So probably not the best thing for me, but the other thing is, even though it is a liquid foundation, I can feel it, which with the camouflage concealer I can't feel that, and that is a thick full coverage foundation, and I can feel the water foundation. I don't understand. I think that's about all I can do with it really. It's not a terrible foundation. I just wouldn't recommend it personally. It's not for me. I'm going to get rid of this after this video pretty much. See if my sister wants it. That's what usually happens with my makeup. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like this foundation. It feels heavy on my skin. It's a water foundation. It's not supposed to feel heavy on my skin. It's settled really quickly into the fine lines on my forehead and into the lines under my eyes. And the coverage isn't terrible. It's covered up the couple of spots I had down here on my chin. But it's just not for me. Nothing against Revolution Pro, it's not for me. Concealer is next. So I have a new concealer. So this is the Revolution Pro Ultimate Cover Crease Proof Concealer in the shade CO.1. So I'm just going to take some of this, put it down on my little palette in front of me and use a brush to put it under my eye. Straight off the bat, that's quite pink toned. So I should lift it up to show you. So this little blob right here is the concealer. It's quite pink toned, but we'll see how that blends out under my eye. Oh, it's very thick. You need the smallest amount with this. It goes so far. You saw how much I put on my palette. I've done one eye and there is still so much here. See how it does as an eyeshadow primer then, shall we? Oh, yeah, stab myself in the eye with the brush, why not? That's fun! So, how are you guys? I mean, it's... bloody headband. So, the day I'm filming this, it's the 18th of October of 6... It's the 18th of September at the minute, so, I mean, I don't know when this is going up yet, so God knows what's happened since then. You guys need to let me know if you want a house tour. The house isn't done yet. We're still, I'm taking this off the head. We're still unpacking and trying to get stuff put away because we both do work full time, so it's taking longer than we anticipated to unpack everything. But we are getting there slowly. I just want to know if you guys would like a house tour once we're there. For now, you're just going to get videos of me filming in here because this is like my study. This is where I film. So this is where I would be predominantly filming anyway. And this room just so happens to be almost finished. Wow. Wow. Okay, so definitely not crease proof, but I have quite heavy bags under my eyes just because of the shape of my eye. However, my bags have gone. And considering I lent in the concealer, and considering I don't sleep very well at night, especially since the move, that's phenomenal. It's very, very thick though. I really like that concealer. Next, I'm going to powder my face. So I'm going in with the Revolution Pro New Neutral Translucent Pressed Powder. This is outright white. I'm going to go in with this powder. There is a sponge on the underside of it, but I don't really like using sponges for powder. I think it puts it on too heavily. I'm just going to go in with a brush, just dust it away from my face, hopefully not too heavy. It's obviously like a bit later now, so, and my window's closed because it was getting cold. So you shouldn't be able to hear any road noise now. Looking a bit more close up at my skin, that concealer is definitely not crease proof, and I would recommend using your finger to warm it up instead of using a brush, just because it now looks quite chunky and clumpy under my eye. I don't know if you'll be able to see. So definitely do that differently, but with that amount of coverage, even if it's not crease proof, it's still brilliant. But it's a pass on the foundation for me. It just doesn't work for me or my skin. I don't like it. And it was so oily as well, that's the other thing. And it just made me feel oily. Okay, so the packaging's a wee bit flimsy because it's quite easy to just like miss and just end up lining it up like that, which I just did twice. There we go. So the packaging's a bit flimsy. The powder itself isn't too bad. I'm going to test it out again with a different foundation. I'm just really quickly going to spray my face with the Supreme Hold Finishing Spray, just to try and make myself look a little less powdery. Oh, it does not taste very nice. Do not open your mouth when you're doing that. Okay, that's helped a bit with the powdery look. So next I'm just going to I'm just going to contour and that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm just going to use the Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlight Palette in the shade Savannah Nights, just to contour my face. Fudgesicles. Thank God for that. Okay, so I will give this palette its dues. It blends properly and well, considering how badly I just messed up there. Okay, I think I've done an okay job with that. It's very pigmented, I'll give it that. You really need to bash it off before applying it to your face, because otherwise you'll end up with marks like I did. But it blends out phenomenally, and I didn't have any problems at all with blending it out, even when I did mess it up. So I like it. We'll see what it's like in a bit once I take final shots and stuff. So that is the contour and bronzer kind of thing. Next I'm just going to apply a little bit of blush out of the 4K blush palette in Mauve. So I'm just going to go for this shade right here. So that was the blush. Blends out nicely. I think it looks really nice against my skin. That was the lightest colour, so that is probably the lightest. That's the one I'm going to have to use most of the year. But I think I could use the other colours when I got a bit more of a tan. Next I'm going to do highlighter. I think I'm going to go for this pink shade at the end here to just highlight my cheeks. So I ended up mixing these two colours just because when I put the pink on my cheeks it was very pink. And I'm not sure I like this for everyday wear just because it looks blue on my skin. So maybe for Halloween, but I have coloured highlighters for Halloween, so I probably won't be keeping this. And you dropped it though. Oh, my thumb. I'm going to test out the highlighter in this little palette, just on my nose. So if you watch my haul video, you'll see my sister tried this. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I can see it. I can a little bit, but it's just like, it's straight glitter. There is a little bit of highlighty there, but it's mostly glitter. I'm going to do my brows next because they look weird. And I need to put brows on. So I'm just the two products I'm going to be using are the Duo Brow Powder in shade Taupe and the Volume and Sculpt Clear Brow Gel. I'm just going to do it here because I can't do it and talk at the same time. Okay, so that is my eyebrows done. You guys know I really like that powder, and that gel is really good actually. I really like it. Let's just see how well it holds my brows in place. So now I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow, and I'm using the New Neutral Luxe eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. And then the inside of it looks like this. It's very much what it says on the tin. It's very much a neutral palette. So I'm going to amp it up a bit, and I'm going to use one of my pigment pomades just to do a little bit of liner if I can. I'm not entirely sure if I can, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm just going to go on and do my eyeshadow. Okay, so the only shade I've used on my eyes so far is just the shade Whisper, which is here. Which kind of spoke to me because my auntie has a dog named Whisper and she's lovely. She's not quite that colour, she's golden Labrador, but she's lovely. Not quite though, don't know why they named her Whisper. What am I doing? I still need that brush. I had a look on my channel before I started filming this video, and I've been doing YouTube or making YouTube videos for almost a year. It's a year this month, like the 26th of September was the day I uploaded my first video to YouTube. It's mad. So next I'm going to go into the shade Rumour, which is this one right here. I'm half tempted to use this shade purely because that same auntie also had a black Labrador named Shadow. But I'm going to behave myself and actually stick with one tone. Next, I'm just going to take on my finger the shade Glitz, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to put that on my eyelid. I really like that shade, it's really nice. I am going to do the eyeliner so I can test out these pomades. So I'm going to go with Ocean Blue. And I'm just gonna try and just run that along my upper lid, I'm thinking. So this is what it looks like in the jar. Nice and vibrant. If my hair would stay out of it, that would be fantastic. Now the challenge is just to do the other side. I can't like wink with this eye. I've done the blue eyeliner now. I think it looks quite nice actually, but it just brings a nice pop of colour to my eyes. I've just set my face with the Supreme Hold finishing spray. I really like this. Doesn't leave my face feeling sticky or anything. And I can find the gloss. Okay, so the gloss I'm going to apply is the Pro Supreme Gloss Lip Pigment in Mantra. So I've had this for a while. So that's my face finished. I don't necessarily think that the lip gloss suits this look. I think it's maybe a bit too, I don't know, maybe a bit too cool toned for this look. I don't know. I was trying to decide between like a bold eyeliner or a bold lip, and I went for the bold eyeliner. So, oh well. I hope you guys, let's just do a roundup, shall we? So, eyeshadow palette, big yes, that blended beautifully. I really like the colours in there. Very good, basic, neutral palette with a couple pops of like sort of colour. Like there's a pink in here, a couple of pinks and a couple of purples in here. So I really like that palette. Love the spray. Really, really like this. Love the smell of it. Really like this. This is a no from me. I thought I was going to love this. I mean, this is more like a, maybe a Halloween-y kind of palette just because of the colours. But I thought it was going to be fine. But I was wrong. This, I'm so on this. I'm going to keep testing this because this, I like this not so much. But now it's kind of settled into my skin a bit more. It's not as glittery, so I'm going to continue to test this and I will let you know. The powder I actually really like. Yeah, I really like this. I just don't like the packaging so much because it's just a bit flimsy for me. I really like these coloured pigment pomades. I really like them. Blush palette, again, really liked it. It blended beautifully. I really liked the primer. I feel like it's done my skin a world of good. Yeah, I really like it. I'm still stuck on this. Initially when I put it on, I was like, yes, this concealer is amazing, but now it's creased on me and it's coming off and I just don't know how I feel, so I'm going to test it a couple more times and then I will get back to you. Hopefully I'll remember. This is a big no. No to the foundation. I really like the brow products I used. I mean, I've been using this for a while, but this was new. I really like them. And the gloss I really like. So the only things that were like big no's were the foundation, the highlighter palette, and that's it really. I'm going to retry the concealer, see what that's like, but other than that, I think everything else was fine. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up for me. If you're enjoying me and my content, then click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Leave your video suggestions in the comments down below. I hope you're all having a lovely day, week, month, whatever it is, and I'll see you all through the screen. Bye guys!